Hey guys, and welcome back. So it's Monday, and another week is waiting for us. So what am I working on currently? I just restocked on some, I guess you would call it mason jars, but what you would call mason jars in the States, where you have the separate lid with the rubber seal. It is impossible to source in Denmark, and I can't understand why. We instead are used to having stuff like this. I guess that works, but I feel like for long-term storage, where you want to have not just a airtight, but you really want it to be really airtight for long-term storage. If you want to store tobacco for years, just like in a tin, where it will continue to fermentate and in its own environment, that you will never open it and close it. I feel like this is not as good. It works great also for tobacco that you're smoking out of, because it's easy to open and close, and the tobacco will for sure stay fresh. But if you want to store something for 10 years in bulk instead of jars, this might not be the perfect solution. This is more or less like a mason jar. It has a seal inside here, and I guess in theory you would have an airtight seal, but I don't know. I just feel like the mason jars you have in the States, I would rather have those. But I just bought a shitload of those because I have so much tobacco laying around. Then I'm working on this Shonted Deluxe oil hardened anniversary pipe. I showed it in another video. I just started to restore it, so I'm just reaming it. I'm gonna finish that today. It's an absolute beauty. I haven't seen shunted pipes in this model. It's very, 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 very long wooden shank. I guess this smokes absolutely amazing. It's a very old pipe. I would guess from the 50s or the 60s, when they used the oil hardening as a process, and therefore you got the stamp oil hardened. It also has the anniversary stamp, so it's an anniversary pipe celebrating, let me just see, celebrating from 1915 to 1951, which is an odd anniversary year. But so the pipe should be from 1954, and it's in an astonishing shape. I got it from a local woman who sold the pipes that her husband and her father had been smoking. So this is an astonishing grain. Anyways, what I actually wanted to share with you today is I got another mail at my door. So this came from Luxembourg, Austria. I got this off eBay, and it's once again Stanwell pipes, and I'll just first show you and then we'll talk about it. So I got a fairly good deal. This is not what you would call a steal. When you buy pipes, state pipes off of YouTube, most of the sellers are somewhat of pipe enthusiasts, pipe dealers, or pipe collectors. So you will not get what I would call a steal, but this is at least a good price. And I think eventually I'll get my money back in this deal if I were to resell these at some point. But so far they will go into my personal collection. It is always interesting to see if the shape the pipes are in that if they are to what you have hoped for. So let's see. Okay, we got 2 pipes. There we go. Okay, so it is 2 new unsmoked pipes, unfortunately without their original box or sock. It is a Stanwell Christmas pipe, X-Mas 2003, with a 925 silver band on the shank. It has the original ball coating, no teeth marks, and it's easy to confirm that they haven't been smoked. You would still consider this as estate pipes because it is not sold from a dealer. So these have been sold originally and then kept by whoever bought them, and these could have been resold multiple times, you never know. So you could expect some dings or minor scratches here and there, even though they are unsmoked. And but they are in perfect shape. So this is 2004, 2003, with the silver logo on the stems, and the X-Mas stamp, and the sterling silver shank. And the shape numbers, I'm not sure if these, to my knowledge, these shapes were designed more or less for the Christmas pipes, but I would have to recheck on that. This is 9mm, and the story behind these pipes is that around the year 2000 they started making, actually they also did that all the way back in the 90s, but long story short, Stanwell had their original year of the pipe, what I would call the Danish line of Stanwell year of the pipe, that started in 1979, and all of those had a very similar design philosophy. All of them were sandblasted in a very dark brown, almost black finish, and the models were a lot of Sixten and Tom Eltang, and a lot of the Danish pipe makers were collaborating with these shapes for this year of the pipe. Then at some point they found out, I guess this is my own logic, that these pipes didn't sell great for the German market and anywhere else, because especially the German market is like 80% 9mm, and the Danish smoker, for years, they don't smoke with a filter. It's actually not, it's not so frowned upon in Denmark to smoke with a filter, actually. Some guys even go to the extent to say that if you're a real pipe smoker, you smoke without a filter, and if you cannot control heat and moisture, you are not a real pipe smoker. And I think that is going a bit too far in that direction. But Smoke what you like and like what you smoke. Filter or not, I don't care. But for the German market, they started releasing different anniversary pipes. And so I feel like the Christmas pipes were a way to do this outside of Denmark. So these pipes, to my knowledge, were not even sold locally in Denmark. They were all produced for export, and they were all fitted with 9mm, because the original year of the pipe, the shanks and the designs are very, I say feminine, but I mean delicate, and you couldn't change the design to fit a 9mm filter. And that's why I think that these designs are made for the filter. I would have to, for the pipe, I would have to do some research on that. But they're beautiful, and they are in the same kind of color theme, a reddish brown and a smooth polish, and for sure a layer of wax that is still existent. So what I'll just, before I'll close the video, this is quite a big pipe, and therefore you oftentimes risk, even though it is stamped made in Denmark and this is a special year pipe, you can come across fillings that really disappoint me. And this pipe has no fillings, which is what I was expecting. And the grain is actually beautiful. It is close to what you could call a straight grain. I define a straight grain if you have this straight grain pattern that you see on this side of the pipe. If you have that going 100% around the bowl in the same pattern. But we don't on this pipe. But we have a straight grain-like finish that suits the pipe very nice. And on the front you have a little bit of a different pattern, but what is very nice is that on the bottom you have some beautiful bird's eye, and then also you have on the rim you have bird's eye. So you have bird's eye on each top and bottom, and then you have some straightish grain on the pipe going around. So that is a very nice look for this pipe, at least. The second one that has this how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shape. You have a mix of grain patterns. There's no, what is nice is that you have the grain matching the direction of the shank, which is a nice feature. We have a little bit of an issue here. I don't know if it's gonna show here, just where I'm pointing with my finger here, like a light spot. It is not a filling, but it's a small light flaw in the, you'll see it here in the block. And again, you have a little bit of bird's eye on the rim, and you have the grain ending down here. So no fillings, quality pipe, unsmoked. And my guess is that these pipes in an unsmoked condition will eventually be a decent investment for years to come. So I'm looking to get a few more of these models. I have my eyes on a 2000 model. That would be pretty nice to have the year 2000, because that, excuse me, is somewhat of a special year number when we crossed into year 2000, to have a anniversary pipe from that year. Okay guys, so beautiful pipes. I'll end the video here, so stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. See you.